Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. How are ya? Good to see ya. Hi, Pam. How are you? See, it must be that people are home on Sunday. Don't be confused. It's bad enough that we're doing daylight savings time, which has me completely messed up, but it's not Tuesday either, where I normally do Miley's Moments with Jesus. So I'm going to be messed up all week. It's going to take me a minute to get back on that. So come on in. We'll allow some people to get in here and say hello, all that good stuff. So I need you all to know that I am not in this live. I am not paying attention to the chat. So please do not be offended if I'm not saying hi to you, because I have that part of it cut off for me because I'm trying to stay on task. I hope that makes sense. Look. How many years have you been listening to me and I have all these squirrel moments? It's like, oh, somebody says something to me and I'm way over here in left field and everybody else is over here in right field or in the bleachers or something. So here I am. Here I am. So just you know what? Come on in. Look, we need to talk. Can I be honest? I have to laugh, 100% laugh. If you see what the pinned comment said today, the rumor mill never helps, gossip never ends with the truth, so why not just ask? So, this is what happens. You end up having to come in and just set the record straight. It's so much better to just simply ask. But I have been hit all week, actually, for the last 7 or 10 days, with things that have been posted in multiple groups that obviously I'm not a part of, or I'd respond, right? Like, since when don't I respond if I know I've been tagged or something, right? I really didn't know that, like, I could create such a stir. Um, Mostly by people who aren't exactly fans of mine, and that's okay. I learned a long time ago that if you don't have haters, you better worry. If everybody loves you, you better worry. I've been telling y'all that for years, so hopefully you have figured that out for sure. So let me address the big pink elephant in the room right off the bat, okay? And I don't mean to ruin anybody's day by this, but one of two things. One of two things. One, Lee Bibb and I are not divorcing, okay? Let's just get that out there. He cannot get away from me that quickly, okay? Plus, he's the blind guy, so running for him would be very hurtful. So no, Lee and I are not getting a divorce. He is stuck with me for at least another 18, God willing. And guys, I am not leaving my current company. Okay? Let's just get that out there. Now there's no gossip because I just ruined the gossip because that be the gossip, and I'm like, neither one of them are true, okay? Neither one of them are true. So stop it. Stop it. Have you ever seen that thing where, like, somebody whispers something in one kid's ear, and then that person takes what they whisper and they whisper it into somebody else's ear, and then they tell somebody, and by the time it gets to the even the 15th person, nothing is as is. That's what happens. Nothing is as is. That's the same case here. So that's the big pink elephant. So can we just take that? And can we put that aside? Yeah, that's right. That's what the telephone. Telephone. I remember that. Okay, so I got to cut these off too. Why is this on in here? Boom. Okay. So, but this is what I am going to tell you. We're going. I am completely transparent with you guys at all times. You know that. I believe that is why I have people following me from all over, because even when people don't like it, I'm pretty honest. Um, Lisa Wilbur used to tell me that was called bell bottoms. Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out, but it always comes in and out. And I used to think, you know what? That's like my life. Like, one time I think somebody liked me, and the next minute I'm like, maybe they didn't like me. It's one of those things. I think the thing that bothers me the most is I have mad respect for haters because they just hate you all out in the open, right? They're just like, don't like you, can't stand you, going to get away from you. Oh, you're on live? Ew, get away from here. I get that. I get that. Mad respect if you just don't like me. Not so much mad respect when you are kind to my face and you're looking to put daggers in my back. That one has been that one's been a little bit rough. But I want to read something to you real quick. Somebody sent me this. And man, I took it and I wrote it down, and I wanna share this with you. Somebody sent this to me. When crap really hits the fan, she used another word, just saying. When it really hits the fan, it exposes how utterly conditional most of your relationships are. Then I read it again. When crap hits the fan, it exposes how utterly conditional most your relationships are. And you know what? That's what I realized. I realized that when you're feeding somebody's world and what they want to hear and what they want to see, and you're on their agenda, you're okay with them. They love you. But the moment you're not, you know what? Watch out. Don't turn your back. I know I'm going to be 61. But my problem is I just freaking love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just love everybody. So this has been an eye-opening experience, and that's okay. That's okay. It's going to be. So let me tell you what I am doing. This is what's happened. But I need to take you back, and some of this will not surprise you all because you follow me and you absolutely know. About 18 months ago, life shifted again. By the way, my whole dang life shifting, right? But 18 months ago, it definitely shifted. And the big thing that shifted for me was my income. My income started dropping that was coming in. And so you guys know I'm a survivor. I'm a mad survivor in life. It's really because I haven't had any other option. You know me, always putting out there, how do you survive? How did you survive everything that you've been through? And I'm like, because what? Was I given any other choice? You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's me. I don't feel like my life has ever given me choices to survive, but this is what I've learned. I've learned that there's some things that if I don't have to, I don't want to go back to. And I don't think that makes me a bad person. I think that you remember me telling you the stories about them wanting to come repossess my car and not being able to pay my bills, and I talk to bill collectors more than I talk to people in my family, that kind of thing. But you know me, I'm going to find a way. So 18 months ago, Lee and I talked, and I said, dude, I was Ubering. That's not the same. It's, you know what, maybe this door dashing thing seems a lot like Instacart. Let's go try it. And we did. Okay? So we did that. We picked up a few shifts, and I got to tell you, I thought, oh my gosh, this works. This is definitely helping me meet exactly what I need to do. Okay? 6 months later, I'm not going to lie, there was a shift again. I had lost more income. But what I want you to remember is at the same time in the first, first 6, well, actually that was in the first year, as I was running up 3 flights of stairs and working out in the rain and all this stuff that I really don't like to do, I fell and you all know I broke my arm, right? Which kind of made me not like the DoorDash thing quite as much, you know what I'm saying? Not as much. But you know what? I was still going to do it. There's a lot of things in life I don't like to do, but you do it. I don't like always brushing my teeth, but I do it because all those root canals are not fun. You know what I'm saying? So I did. So we said, we said, okay, so let's pick up a few more. Let's pick up a few more days. We can do this. And we did. We picked up a few more days. What worried me about having to do that 6 months later is that I said, man, there's a shift here, And I said, and I started having like this anxiety. I started having this worry about, these shifts in my income. Now I have new medical bills from breaking my arm, and it doesn't matter that you have insurance, because we all know insurance in this country sucks. I know they might like block me for that, but it is. So I had all these new medical bills, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But income was dropping. So here's the deal. In the end, Lee and I, what we do now is we went from a couple of days to more days, and then we went to every day. And here in the end, we have gone to 2 shifts a day. 2 shifts a day of DoorDash. Go out early in the morning, break for lunch, go DoorDash a couple of more hours. And then do that till 9 to 11 at night, and then we get back up and we do the same thing. All the while looking for a break. There's got to be something, right? Well, in the last probably 8 months to a year, the one thing that I have realized in my journey is that I'm kind of meant for this industry. I think so. It's okay if you don't think so. So understand what I'm telling you now. This is my journey. This is my story. I believe that I have developed into somebody who absolutely loves the network marketing business. I think because I love people. You know what I'm saying? Like I love people, even the people who might not always smell good, maybe the people who who they might have a bad potty mouth like I do sometimes. I just love people, and I figure out how to love them for who they are. And I think too because I can identify with so many of them. Because when I look at everybody in my life, man, we are an eclectic group, right? Like everybody. Like, and I'm just like, I don't like everybody for the same reason. So see, I feel like I was brought into this industry for a reason. And I believe my struggles are for a reason. I didn't know that when I was going through them. But my struggles have been huge. But the great thing is I've always been able to figure out, master, pray, talk to God about it. And I have to tell you something. I am on my knees talking to God more in the last year and a half than he's probably her again. I would imagine that Jesus very much feels that way about me. But I believe I am meant for this industry. So let me tell you what I did. I have spent the last 8 to 12 months researching every company out there that is in direct sales and network marketing, because I said I need another hustle. I need a side. I need a hustle, but I need a hustle that I can I can't wait 7 years to say I'm making money. I can't wait 5 years. My bills are not going anywhere. This is reality. This is my life. And if I don't decide how, I can't wait for somebody else to change my reality. I can't wait for somebody to change what is going on in my life. I can not just sit around. I am not made to sit around and wait and say, well, somebody gonna come along and pay my bills any minute now. Any minute now, we gonna see that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. And by the way, it doesn't feel real good when somebody has to bail you out. You know how I know that? Because earlier in my life, I had to have that happen a couple of times where people have had to help me out. I don't want to be that person. So in researching companies, I had some things that I knew I wanted and I didn't know, because this is what I know. When it's right and it's a good fit, man, you feel it in your bones. You feel it in the depths of your soul. And I was really worried because I really wasn't freaking finding it. This is some of the reasons why. Some of the companies I researched were way too young. They were brand new, and all that, although it was great, and their products may have looked great, whatever. A new company has always worried me because I have watched dear friends get into new companies, and then because they're so new, what happens is put all this effort, you put everything into it, and bam, it's gone. I also didn't want a company that was going to grow too fast. In other words, before you know it, they're expanding to, 50 countries, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and it's so that then they get ahead of themselves and they crumble. I can't afford for something to crumble, for sure. And I wanted something that was going to be stable. I also wanted something that had a multitude of products. Well, that cut a lot of things out. It cut a lot of things out. Some things were strictly beauty, some things were strictly skincare, some things were strictly kitchen, some things were strictly containers, some things were strictly websites, some things were there were all these things, and I just thought, I don't feel like I'm real good with any of those singular things, but together I can, look, let me tell you who I am. I can be selling you white shoe polish. White shoe polish. And you're going to want to go out and buy a pair of white shoes that you don't own because you just want to get the white shoe polish. See, I know what I'm capable of. I freaking know that when I love something and I am passionate about something and I have it to deliver it, let me tell you something. Everybody would be walking around in white shoes because their tails would want the white shoe just to see if what Mama said was right. So I wanted to make sure, did I have a selection? And yeah, I also wanted to know top of the deal. Can I earn the income I need? And I'll work really hard. No matter where I'm at, I will work hard. I've already proven how hard I can work. I've already proven what my gut and my instinct and my drive is. My reputation is sound and solid in that. But what I want to know is if I give any company even a quarter of that, right? Even a quarter, half, three, maybe, who knows? If I do, what does a company have to owe, to give me, to offer me, if I give them what I know I can? Well, it was narrowed down very quickly in just the last few weeks for me. Top of the list after money, was I wanted to know where this company started. I wanted to know who this company started with. And I wanted to know what their mission was. Why do they own this company? And I have to tell you, I didn't get the answers to that to a lot of the companies. Because I didn't, no offense, I didn't just want to talk to a representative, because every representative of any company gonna tell you how great they are. To be quite honest, I really didn't want that. I didn't want to just hear that. I wanted the skinny because, see, I've already built who I am. I wasn't looking for that. I needed something to sink my teeth in and make money. But what I needed to know is the people who own the company, if that was it, I needed to know, how grounded are you in this company? I needed to know, why do you do this business? Are you going to turn around and are you going to sell this business? I wanted to know if I were going to jump in with anything to try to make this money up, this loss up. I wanted to know, what could you offer me? And I was very, very impressed right from the get-go. Was very, very impressed that the founder took time to talk to me, that wanted me to know exactly who they were. Wanted me to know what they stood for. And when I got done, man, I was pretty impressed with this company because they were very straightforward. Because see, I'm not dumb. No company is without fault. No company is without failure. No person is either, period. But you know how when you go in and you talk to somebody about, everybody won't tell you about everything that's great. Everybody won't tell you about how freaking awesome they are, like they's perfect or something. And we know from that there is no perfect company. I'm sorry, Target's not perfect, okay? They're not. McDonald's, I love me some French fries. They ain't they're not always perfect. Sometimes they soggy, right? And you won't take them back in and throw it at them. I know. Truth of the matter is, I didn't hear this from this founder. This founder was so honest with me. He said, "Oh, believe me, we have our flaws." He said, because I said to him, I said, why haven't I heard about your company before now? And you know what his answer was? Because we really suck at the whole getting it out there with the social media. I'm gonna be honest. This company has been around for over 30 years, and I never knew. And I never knew because they always were just person to person. That's all they needed to do. Everybody was sharing. Remember that E.F. Hutton thing? You tell two friends, you tell two friends, you tell two friends. That's all they needed to do. Their turnover was very, very light with representatives. I found out that this company has created over 400 millionaires. I found out that the founders, and they didn't have to tell me once I started talking to them, because they are absolutely involved 24/7 with every aspect of this business. They don't just hire people to go do something and they go, okay, go get it done. You know, I'm going to go fly on my jet. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go party with the animals. I'm going to do this. He was aware, and I could tell that when I met with him. I could tell that because people would bring him stuff, and here he was, and he knew exactly what was going on no matter what question was being asked. They were absolutely, and then something else hit me. The other founder, she was out there doing a tour all over the U.S. All over the U.S. She was. Not sending her people. She was. This lady is a billionaire. She has no need to. She can walk away from whatever she wants to walk away from. And she never needs another dime. Matter of fact, probably 5 generations down, she'll never need another dime. But they've always been about people. And it's very apparent when you walk into their building. Nobody is, the owner's here. It's like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's happy. Couldn't find anybody to say anything bad, and I was alone many times. I saw caring attitudes. I saw caring hearts. I saw care. I saw corporate people who were also very, very involved to the point of actually sharing the opportunity, experiencing the pitfalls. And that impressed me so much that there was no decision ever made in that company without the higher-ups knowing exactly how it could affect them too. I found a customer service that was based completely in the U.S. and they all fluently speak English, Spanish, and Mandarin. I found a company that was the multitude of products, wellness. I've been taking their wellness now for over a month, and I have never experienced anything like this nutritional, amazing products where they have doctors and clinical nutritionists on staff in their facility. their customer service is 24/7 at all times. And see, the reason I know this is because questions were coming up like, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if I come in from DoorDash and I have a customer and this is what's going on, what's happening, but I've got to go back to work the next day. What happens? No, there's no problem. It's 24/7. We are based in the U.S. and all our people have to speak these, and he made it very possible because I was in the customer service center and I watched them in action. Very amazing. They also have almost 100% product availability worldwide at all times. Oh, I forgot to say that. Worldwide. Worldwide. Yeah. It's a global company. I have the ability, being in the U.S., to sell products in over 190 countries. Global. World-class products. Can jump in and make money and make it right away. Me, I'm gonna make the same thing that the person who started 10 years ago made product-wise. So my deal immediately was like, well, I've already found some of the products now that I love. Man, I can do something with this. I can bring in extra income. I can do this. And it felt so good. I don't know any other way to say it. It felt good. I talked briefly about the owner, founder, and she lost her husband suddenly about 18 months ago. And when she was at the funeral home, the story is told that she also encountered somebody who had lost her husband, and the lady was beside herself because she was going to be in financial ruins because without her husband, everything stopped. The money stopped, the insurance, everything stopped for her. And I believe for that founder, she said to herself, my gosh, I have just found my new why, because what we offer means that no woman should ever be in a position that if something happens to her significant other, that she would ever be in this situation that wasn't the loss bad enough, but now she has to worry about what she lost afterwards. So she decided on this tour, and now she's out there telling people her story. And she's out there with opportunity and hope in a country that right now isn't doing well financially across the board. And then there was a final thing, and there's much more. There's much more, but it doesn't matter. It's stuff for me, man. It's stuff for me that when I'm trying to find something that I can do, that I can try to fit in because I'm trying to survive and I don't want to bankrupt and I don't want to lose the roof over my head. And I'm willing to work. Just give me the opportunity. Give me what I need. Put it all freaking in front of me. And I will make this happen. And feeling so limited, I can only DoorDash so many freaking hours in a day before you run off the road or something. I just, I had to find something that I could add. And for me, direct sales, network marketing. Oh, and the fact that this company too, it was also probably about number 8 or 9 on the list, but they are part of the DSA, and that was very important to me so that they would be held to standards that direct selling should be held to. And they are. And they speak very, very highly of this company. I checked. Now the crowner. I told God 6 months ago, I don't know what you have for me. And I don't know why these struggles are so freaking real right now, God. But this is what I know. You've got to have something more for me. You saved me from cancer. You got to have something more for me. Mom died of cancer, and come on now. I have had loss after loss, and I have had win after win, and now I feel like I'm crumbling, God. What do you have? And he basically said, be still. And I was, and it was hard, because you know me, I do not do still well. And when I found this, the crowning point that I knew that this absolutely was what God intended for my journey was the fact that Mr. Steve Bosson was chosen as the Chief Growth Officer of this company. A friend, a colleague, somebody that I would trust with my freaking life, and did for many, 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 many years. This company sought him out and said, you are our people. And I said, here I am, this puzzle piece who feels like I do not have a puzzle to fit into. And all of a sudden, it felt like it fit. I didn't have to push it. I didn't have to twist it. I didn't have to cut the edges. It went in so smoothly. It fit. And God said, I told you to wait. I told you I had something bigger for you, and it was all in the works. I think about sadness in my life when I felt like he was going to be gone forever. And God said, it's always darkest before the dawn, my girl. Hang in. Hang in. You're never going to believe how I'm going to bring this all together for you. And he has. And he has. I don't know where this is going to go any more than I've known where the rest of my life was going to go. But what I'm telling you is, man, I have hope. I feel like one of the questions I asked was to the owner, oh, and by the way, did I mention the name of the company is Market America, who also is responsible for shop.com. Who would not want to be involved with the URL that has shop.com in it, right? Right. I mean, just crazy. Everybody knows. I've been shopping on shop.com for like 15 years. Oh my gosh. So anyways, Market America, and I figured you guys might figure that out, some of you. And I know you're all like me. What is the freaking Market America? Molly, I have never, Mama, I don't even know. Mama says same thing. I don't know, Mama say the same thing. But I'll tell you what. Their numbers, their honesty, and the fact that they are accepting of all. Let me tell you what this company doesn't care about. They don't care. They don't care if you're black or white, like Michael Jackson says. They don't care if you're rich or poor. They don't care if you have a bad attitude because they'll change it. They don't care if you cuss a little or a lot. They don't care if you are blonde hair or redhead or you got freckles. What they care about is that if you want to work and you want to aspire and you want to be amazing, that they are there to make it happen. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a refreshing feeling it was for me. So, yeah, I have um I have found a new hustle, a new side hustle. And what's really great is the partnership alone. It's like having a best friend just sit beside you at all times and say, you don't get it? No worries, we got you. You don't understand? No worries, we got you. And the products, nothing like them. And they have everything: wellness, beauty, skincare, baby products, fine jewelry, cleaning, household. I just can't say enough that I was so glad that I stopped and I took a breather and I just kept pushing the buttons of the bells on DoorDash, and still do, because I gotta keep the money coming in. I got to keep it in. I can't wait for my income to change itself. I can't wait. And look. I'm going to go ahead and say this too here at the end. I know that me coming out publicly about this is going to upset a lot of people. But I need you to remember who I've been from the beginning. I have promised honesty. I have promised being authentic. I have promised truth even when it's not pretty or even when it may bring me more haters. And I realize for a lot of people this could be an emotional response. And I get it. I want you to know I do. And if you're done with me, it's okay. It's okay. I need you to know I'm not done with you. I'm okay. But I wasn't going to let rumors fly. And I was not going to let people think that something was going on with me that has not. The struggle is real, y'all. Maybe it always has been. But I'm not going to lie, there was a time for me when the struggle was a whole lot easier. It's not. And I decided, like I've always had to, that nothing changes for me, whether it's my attitude, whether it's my income, whether it's what I want to feel every day when I get up out of bed, whether I want to celebrate the day because there is something that brings me hope in my future, or I can choose to stay in bed and I can cry about other things all day. I'm not going to do that. I choose not to. I don't think that's what God wanted. And the final thing I would say is this, and then I'm going to say goodbye. I'm telling the truth because I have built my platform and my social media following on all accounts on me, on Onward with Molly, no matter what, because that's my life. It's what I've done, and it's what I want to continue to do. And if something is in the midst of that can make my life better, then you don't need to hear it from people who are just looking for the latest thing to gossip about because they want to talk about somebody or tear somebody down or talk about what a miserable person that I am for doing this. You think whatever you want to. I got big shoulders and I'm about 6 foot tall. And I have a God behind me in all of this who says, don't you worry about anything. I have got your back. Stand tall, speak your truth, and always do it above board. Onward, y'all, no matter what. I love you, and I'll see you Tuesday.